Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel and leave a like on the video. 33-year-old Maja Radanovic was so big that every morning she woke up, she was thankful her body hadn't given out during the night. She was close to being completely bedridden, so she decided to tackle her weight issues. However, Maja's first trip to Houston to see Dr. Now turned out to be a pretty horrific experience, as she struggled to walk from the plane to the bus that would take her and Christian to the car rental place, where things got even worse when they received the wrong car. Instead of getting the SUV they had reserved, they were given a car that was too small for Maja to fit into. So when she was trying to get behind the wheel, it ended up getting her stuck and falling to the floor. Although she managed to get up again and was spared the humiliation of having to call the fire department to help her, she burst into tears as a result of the stress. The exhaustion is still a pretty embarrassing experience, all of which was documented for everyone to see on national television. Not every patient manages to meet the weight loss goals set by Dr. Now on their first try, but most patients at least realize that it is ultimately up to them to work on changing their lives. Season 7's Angela J didn't seem to understand that. However, thinking that Dr. Now wanted to punish her for missing her appointment when he told her to lose more weight than initially agreed on after she hadn't come back to see him for several months. When she had only lost 45 pounds in 5 months, Angela seemed shocked that the surgeon was not happy about the number, and felt mistreated when he pointed out that she was just making excuses when she hadn't even managed to lose the 50 pounds that she was supposed to shed within just 1 month. Instead of accepting responsibility, Angela just rudely attacked Dr. Now, saying that if she could just lose that much weight on her own, she wouldn't really need him. It seemed like she just couldn't understand that it was up to her, and when she then lost only 9 more pounds in the next few weeks, making it just 54 pounds overall in a whole 8 months, Angela was still giving the doctor attitude and making faces like a child at the one person who was trying his best to help her. Season 7's LaShanta weighed in at 662 pounds, and had been bedridden for 2.5 years when she first came to Houston to see Dr. Now. Following the appointment, the mother of 4 kept promising she'd stick to her diet, but unfortunately didn't, and instead made a lot of excuses. When LaShanta eventually came back 6 months after her first appointment, she seemed to be in even worse condition, and Dr. Now decided to keep her in the hospital for a month due to some serious health issues. He then discharged his patient, giving LaShanta a weight loss goal of 100 pounds over 2 months. But when she returned, she had only lost 3 pounds, so Dr. Now told her that she was done with the program. Although LaShanta kept begging him to give her another chance, the bariatric surgeon stuck to his guns, telling her that she could come back if she lost 50 pounds, but that she would have to do it on her own. This might have seemed a little too strict to some, but it appeared to be just the wake-up call LaShanta needed, as it turned out to be the only way to make her understand that making excuses and trying to manipulate everyone around her wouldn't help her lose weight and change her life. She eventually managed to shed the weight, and when she came back to Dr. Now, he happily welcomed her back to the program. Stephen Asante is probably the first name to come to mind whenever anyone mentions funniest moments on My 600 Pound Life, as he is not only one of the show's most notorious patients, but also took things way too far. Although he appeared on the show alongside his brother Justin, who also needed weight loss surgery, Stephen soon became the center of attention at 730 pounds. He was not only morbidly obese, though he was also battling drug addiction and was constantly trying to manipulate doctors into giving him pain medication. His games have gone on for so long that all hospitals in the area have been notified that he was abusing the system, so that any attempt by him to get any pain medication would land him in jail. His rebellious attitude made it pretty hard to get Stephen on the right track, and Dr. Now got so tired of it that he was ready to give up on him. He eventually suffered a huge setback after getting caught trying to get opioids and being kicked out of the weight loss program and forced into rehab for treatment. There, Stephen ended up gaining weight again and blowing up to over 750 pounds. It wasn't until after the show that he finally made some progress and doctors agreed to perform the surgery. That's all we have for today's video, guys. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We'll see you next time.